and today we're continuing our coloration plugin series with Super VHS. In my previous coloration videos, I've gone over tape emulation, cassette tape emulation, and now we are going over video cassette tape emulation. I'll have links to the other coloration plugin videos in the description below as well. More than likely, I'll have an entire playlist that you can just watch. Once again, I'm using tape piano. That way we're not switching things up. We're using the same exact source material as before. So without Super VHS, this is what the piano sounds like. And then with Super VHS, this is what it sounds like. We're going to go ahead and dirty this up a little bit more. Right now we have it totally cranked up at the full mix, so if we turn this down, we would only hear the dry signal. This heat knob is saturation, but also keep in mind, even though there's not an input knob in this plugin, I definitely recommend driving the signal more or less into this plugin, and that way you'll actually get even more saturation if that's what you're looking for. And just to show you what that sounds like, we'll use this volume knob to crank the tape piano into Super VHS, and you'll hear the difference here. So it doesn't just get louder, you could actually hear extra saturation as we crank it into that plugin more and more. But from there, you can actually increase the amount of saturation with this heat knob. And you can see that that's actually different from increasing the volume going into the plugin because the input isn't getting clipped here. So you're getting those extra harmonics without clipping the plugin. Static is literally static noise. I'll go ahead and crank this up. And it specifically sounds like the type of noise that you would hear in a VCR, which is the actual unit that would play videotapes or VHSs. You would actually hear that sound before the picture would come onto the screen. As soon as you press play on the video, you would hear the tape start running, and often you would see just a blank screen before anything started happening. And that's the sound that you would typically hear. This wash knob you could think of as a reverb effect. Crank it up. And with old videotapes, sometimes the video would play back a little slow or speed up really quick. That's basically what this drift knob is controlling. It's very similar to the wow and flutter effect that you would hear on tape machines, but while watching this on the screen, you would actually see the display kind of slow down or warble, just like what you would hear. So you could actually visually see the drifting effect happen on videotapes, which was pretty cool. But you'll notice that there aren't any additional independent controls for this drift, and I think that's because the way that this is set, it sounds more like the type of drifting that you would hear on a videotape versus what you hear with the wow and flutter effects on the other tape machines. So I think this is more true to what a videotape sounds like. And this shape slider is just a bit crusher. I'm definitely going to have a tutorial on bit crushing because I think there's a lot of uses for it, especially when you combine it with other effects like EQ. And then last but not least, we have this magic button. So you could think of this as a chorus, an automatic chorus. There aren't any additional settings that you could tweak, but it definitely has an 80s chorus vibe to it. So whatever settings that they dialed in for this magic button, it definitely has a nostalgic feel to it. If you go to their website, you can actually download this magic switch. And of course, I'll have links to download Super VHS along with the different baby audio bundles that they have going on right now. I know that for the next couple days, they actually have a 4th of July sale. But if you're watching this video later on, they have various sales that pop up every so often. I'll definitely keep you guys informed on that. One of their other plugins that I haven't gone over yet is I Heart New York. And it's exactly what it says right here. It's a New York style parallel compressor. I'll definitely do a tutorial about this here in the near future. But until then, comment down below if you have any questions, clap that like button if you liked the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.